right, guys, it's Tuesday afternoon. It's been a while since I've done some like actual cleaning. So let's do some cleaning. I'm gonna speed up the video and come along with me. If you have a middle schooler or a high school student, start checking their lunch balance, and here is why. So about a week ago, I saw that my son's lunch account was in a negative balance. For some reason, I questioned that because I'm like, how do you have a negative balance when we put money on there in the beginning of the school year? There's just no way. Mind you, his lunch is only 40 cents. So I log into his student portal and I see that he's being charged his lunch, which is 40 cents, plus extra lunches that were $3.55. And I'm like, what in the world? So of course I talked to my son. He doesn't know what's going on. He blamed the staff members that are like behind the counter when they punch their numbers in. I let my husband know, and he's like, yeah, we got to definitely get to the bottom of this. So then all of a sudden it kept happening every single day. He was being charged his lunch, his regular school lunch, which was 40 cents, plus the $3.55 lunches. And last week, Friday, they charged him 5 lunches for $3.55, which came out to like $17.95 or something like that, plus his regular 40-cent lunch. So, of course, I'm calling the school. I'm calling the food service department. No one's answering the phone. No one is returning my voicemail. So, of course, what I have to do, I had to go up to the school to let them know what was going on. I wrote all the numbers down, all the days that he was being charged these extra lunches. Then I ended up talking to someone who worked in the food service department, and he had the nerve to tell me, oh, are you sure he's not getting those extra lunches? And I'm like, no, he's not getting those extra lunches. Like, I know my child, you know what I mean? And then he's like, oh, there was another mom who had this problem at a different school I worked at. And come to find out, her kid was getting all those lunches because he was so hungry and da-da-da. And I'm like, I'm looking at him like he's crazy. I know doggone well that my son is not getting all those lunches. So he told me that he was going to look into it and let the accountant know and whatnot. But I felt like that wasn't happening fast enough because later that day, the same thing happened. So I contacted the district, and the next day I was actually going to go back up to the school to figure out if maybe his lunch pin number could be changed, because maybe someone had stolen his number and was just like passing it around to kids. I'm telling y'all, I could not sleep that night because I was really thinking that someone had possibly just was typing in his number and stealing his lunch money out of his account. Come to find out, they fixed it in the system, and then they refunded us all those lunch meals, and found out that it wasn't any students who was doing it. It's the training of the workers. Like, it's like, where are they hiring these people? She told me that there are a lot of new workers in the food service department and they weren't trained correctly. And I'm just like, okay, yeah, all right, you know. But anyway, she said that morning they got extra training, and that if I needed anything else to let them know if that happened again. And so now I'm on the lookout, like making sure that doesn't happen again. And I'm hoping these people are trained right, because there's no way that that should have been happening in the first place. Like, I was getting a email about a negative lunch balance almost every damn day. And it's like, there's no way. You only get one lunch and the lunch is only 40 cents. So yeah, just a fair warning, y'all. Check y'all kid lunch account, because these adults, they don't be paying attention to what they're doing when they're at these jobs. They just there. They just there to be there, because I just didn't understand it. But I am glad that it was taken care of, and whew, it just had us stressed out for about a week and a half, and yeah. Anyway, everything's all good, and yeah, that's why you guys should check your lunch accounts for your kids if you have kids that are in middle and high school.